So, would you rather Kevin Durant or Dwayne Wade
Kevin Durant.
all time?
Yeah, Kevin Durant.
So, Kevin Durant or Kevin Garnett?
Kevin. Off top of my head right now, I'm going Kevin Garnett.
For me to say that Victor Wembanyama is the best two-way big man.
Video
You
game.
were hoping to get a future all-star.
Come on, get back.
He's not. What is going on, YouTube? Back with another episode of After the Whistle, and we're here with myself and Jamal Murray.
No. I'm the Monstar who took Jamal Murray's powers.
Because he's playing like dog water right now. Playing absolute dog water. But make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. We are now at 111 subs. So W you guys. Really appreciate it. Make sure you guys keep liking for more content. And we'll push it out to you guys. And you guys can help us to get to 200 subs. So we're going to jump straight into it because I have a couple trade packages for us. Quick recap of the NBA. Nothing's really going on. The Mavericks and the Thunder are about to play tonight. This is going to be game one. The Timberwolves are up 2-0 over the Denver Nuggets. They are routing them right now. That Timberwolves defense is something serious. Very serious. What else has been happening?
I will say this. Anthony Edwards is a top 10 NBA player.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And he's better than Kawhi Leonard right now.
Oh, okay. Is he better than Devin Booker?
He probably is, yes.
Oh, okay. I just want to go on record that I said this like 2 weeks ago.
Look. It's like this. He was doing good on the Phoenix Suns, all right? That's not proving anything to me. But if you're going crazy on the Nuggets, then yeah. All right. You're him.
He just had like a 40 ball last night. We're recording this on Tuesday, so it's the 7th. So they played on Monday. So Anthony Edwards is going crazy on the Nuggets. They beat him by 26 in game 2. So the Nuggets are in trouble. I think they play tomorrow. Or they play
Yeah,
Thursday.
tomorrow, I think.
Tomorrow. Yeah, they play tomorrow in Minnesota. Down 2-0. So their backs up against the wall right now. Jamal Murray is in solitary confinement with handcuffs on. He can't do anything right now with Timberwolves defense. What else happened? Even though this is older news and people might not care because I don't even know who really watched this series. The Magic lost in 7 to the Cavs. Even though everyone said that would be the most boring series, that was the only series to go to 7 games. So yeah. And then what else happened? Tonight we also got Cavs Celtics round game 1. So do you want to give I know we didn't give our predictions yet, which didn't it used to be they let all of round 1 finish and then they start the second round, or has it always been like this?
I don't know really. I don't remember. But here's my predictions. Timberwolves in 6. I'll say that now. We're kind of cheating by getting the first 2 games already, but yeah, Timberwolves in 6. I'm gonna go Thunder in 7. I'm gonna go Pacers in 7. I hate the Knicks. I don't want them to win. I'm gonna go Celtics in 5.
So I will go the Nuggets in 7. I still think the Nuggets. Now, I think a lot of people forget that I saw the Nuggets. I mean, that granted, this was the bubble, but I think this was pure hoops. The Nuggets were down 3-1 twice. Like, bubble or not, they were down 3-1 twice in a single playoff run. It made the Western Conference Finals. Now, I think, like I said, I think Jamal and Jokic have been through so much over these past like 5-6 years. Like I said, coming back from 3-1 down twice, I think they could. Being down 2-0, they're gonna have to make some adjustments. Jokic is going to have to have crazy games, and Jamal Murray is definitely going to have to step up. Everybody else is going to have to step up. So I think the Nuggets can still win in 7.
Let me stop you right there. The thing about the bubble though is that there's no home court and away advantages and stuff like that. And the Nuggets we already know have a crazy home court advantage just by people saying it being the hardest place to play in.
Correct.
You no longer have that advantage. You're going to Minnesota, who has some of the loudest fans out there. From what I've heard, I've never been there. I just hear this is what I hear. That Minnesota has a crazy stadium and it's always loud. So like, you're going down 0-2, and you got to go there and play. You no longer got your home games. It's like, I don't know, dog.
I mean, so to that, when they were in the bubble and they came back from 3-1 down, that was Jokic before MVP Jokic, back-to-back MVP Jokic. So that was before he was at his peak. And it's not impossible for teams to win down 2-0 going on the road. I mean, we saw it, back in 2019 when Kawhi and the Raptors down 2-0 against the Bucks, and they just rattle off 4 straight. Do I think the Nuggets will rattle off 4 straight? No. I don't think that will happen. But do I think it's not impossible for them to come back. And
no, it's not impossible.
You still have the best player as of today on the court. Jamal Murray can, I think they can cook up something to get Jamal Murray open shots, to get him in his rhythm. He's also playing hurt, which is scaring me a little. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I am scared for the Nuggets because being down 2-0, like I said, you're going on the road. As you said, you no longer have home court advantage, and the Timberwolves have all the momentum in the world. You're in trouble. So I do fear for the Nuggets. But do I think they can come back? Yes. I will say Dallas in 7. I trust the late game heroics because these games are probably going to come down to the wire.
Yes,
that this will probably be out of all these round 2 matchups. This series will probably come down to the wire a lot, and I trust Kyrie Irving, his experience, and his late game heroics to be able to propel the Mavericks to the second round or the conference finals. But you said the Thunder, and that's not crazy either.
See, I'm only saying Thunder because I predicted them to go to the finals.
Yeah.
So I have to.
But stick to your guns.
Luka's my favorite player. So and Shea's a top 5 player of mine. So it's like either way, I'm winning, But
go ahead.
Prediction wise, I just gotta go with the Thunder just because that's what I had. That's what I said in the final beginning of the season. And everyone was like, they're not going to the finals. They got to go against the Lakers, the Clippers, the Suns. Look at them. They're all at home right now.
They are at home. And then for the Cavs, Celtics, I think Cavs. I think the Celtics will win in 6. I think Donovan Mitchell will probably have 2 great games where he has 40, maybe even 50. But I think in those games, Jason Tatum won't play great. I think he'll have modest games. And I definitely want to see how they fare in this series with no Kristaps Porzingis. So I definitely want to see that. But I think the Celtics will win in 6 because they're fourth quarter chokers. And I also think they're kind of fraudulent. But that's just me. Celtics in 6. And then I will say Knicks in 6.
I do want to say, though, how you're talking all this trash about Jaylen Brown the other day. He's the Celtics' leading scorer. I'm just saying. Jason Tatum's their 3rd leading scorer. Think about that.
But yet, when it matters most, what happens?
Well, Jason Tatum not going to step up to the plate.
And Jaylen Brown isn't either.
He has.
He
went to the finals that year. That was because of Jaylen Brown.
And what happened last year when they played the Heat in Game 7?
Well,
they
all sucked. So
they all sucked. Okay,
they all sucked. It's just
balls.
They just used Jaylen Brown as the scapegoat.
So those are our predictions for this second round. Like I said, we're kind of cheating because already some games went on.
Yeah.
What are some NBA news that happened lately? There is trade talks that we'll get into in a minute.
Jimmy Butler to the 76ers.
You guys don't have any trade pieces though.
Yeah, we do.
Who?
Paul Reed.
Yeah, it's like your only person that you can trade. It's literally, and the Heat aren't going to want Paul Reed because
The only other person you have on the roster besides Embiid and Maxey.
And then, so I do have questions. So with the Sixers, so there are some narratives that are going to go around now. Obviously, one of them is if you can really win with Joel Embiid as your number one star, because he can't stay healthy for playoff series. For over like last 3 or 4 years, we've seen him not be able to stay healthy. Is there a point in time where he beats those allegations or no?
Possible. I just don't know. Like, I really just can't tell.
Because he is going to be 30 this year. He is already 30. Yeah, he is already 30. So, and then they're also talking about trading Dame. If you're the Bucks, do you trade Dame?
Depends is what I'm getting.
So that's going to bring us into our next topic, right? So I'm playing on the NBA trade machine, and I got some trades for you.
Okay.
All right. So one of them was already one I sent you the other day. The Brooklyn. So this is just a bunch of teams that I threw out there that need to be aggressive or need to make some changes to their roster. So the first trade I have up, the Bucks trade away Chris Middleton, and in return they get Zaire Williams and Marcus Smart. Deal or no deal? Because for the Grizzlies, you get a second wing scorer or another wing scorer that you needed, somebody who can play a little bit of defense, veteran leadership, like I said, and the scoring. And for the Bucks, you get much needed perimeter defense, which you need because you didn't have that this season. You were like middle of the pack towards the bottom in all defensive categories. So you get Marcus Smart, a former DPOY winner. Now he was nicked this year, but you say you get a fully healthy Marcus Smart season. He's proven that he could play on a championship contender. Deal or no deal?
No deal.
For which side?
For the Bucks. Why would you give Chris Middleton?
Because I would trade Chris Middleton away. He only played 55 games this season, and he's only played 88 games in the past 2 years, and that's just above half. And you're relying on him to be your third option. And I just don't know if I just think you just need to trade him because of his injury history.
Marcus Smart also has injury in history, so it's like
it's true. But you need the perimeter defense. I think as the Bucks, you need defense more than you need an offense. You already have Dame and Giannis who are going to get you points. You keep Bobby Portis, bam, you got that right there. Brook Lopez, bam, you got that. You need perimeter defense.
Marcus Smart is 30 and is already on the decline. His defensive impact is really not that big. It is very. You just had Pat Bev. You're basically getting another Pat Bev. That's literally what it is, basically.
Okay.
Marcus Smart, yeah, it's good, but Chris Middleton is. I don't know if he averaged 20 this year, but he is a 20-point game scorer.
He averaged 15.
Bro, damn, that's a lot. I mean, that's a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
but still, and in the playoffs, he showed he still got it.
Okay, that makes sense. So no trade for either. So
if I'm the Grizzlies, yeah, I would do that. But
if you're the Bucks, you're the
Bucks. No.
Okay. So the next trade I sent you was Chris Middleton and Marjon Beauchamp, and in return they get Mikal Bridges and Dennis Schroeder from the Nets. Deal or no deal from which side?
That's a good deal for the Bucks. The Bucks should do that. Nets, probably not because you're not getting much draft capital, but I could understand it.
So what if the Bucks threw in like a first round pick? Because you are getting Marjon Beauchamp, who is a younger player, a prospect who you could.
Yeah, Marjon Beauchamp is good. So that's why the Nets, I could kind of understand it because then you also have Chris Middleton's contract and the veteranness of him that he can be traded somewhere else.
to a team that could, you know,
Actually use him, you know.
yeah. So then you could trade him for draft capital. I mean,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't know how much draft capital Chris Middleton would get. Like,
Chris Middleton could get you a first round pick, you
I
know.
would say only one. I wouldn't say multiple. Like, he's not going for like three or he's not going for like Drew Holiday when you got like you had to trade away 4 first round picks. Like, that's not happening.
Yeah.
He's too hurt. He's too old. His contract isn't crazy. I mean, he's not even making 30 million this year, and I think he'll make just over 30 million over the next couple years. So
Okay. 30 million for someone who averages 15 points, that's too much. That's no good.
I
That's a
would,
pretty big chunk of your salary cap.
but you're the Nets, so you're not really paying anybody though.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, oh, you have Ben Simmons contract.
Yo,
But
what doesn't that run out this year or no?
it has 2 more years.
So,
And then you're also trying to pay Nick Claxton, who also wants like 30 M's. So, I mean, but yeah, you're the Nets, so who cares? But I'm saying, like,
yeah, you're not competing, so it's like
when you're
okay,
trading him for a person that, like, for a contender, you know, it's going to be hard to make that trade unless there's like James Harden's like really trash, and then it's like
right.
understandable in that way. And then, yeah,
I
but
think definitely for the Nets, this definitely does work. If the Nets call me and say, "Would you like Mikal Bridges?" I'm saying yes immediately. You get they basically have the same scoring output. Mikal Bridges is a much better glue guy, I think, for the Bucks. Can hit threes and play outstanding defense. So I'm still keeping. I'm making that trade. Another trade I have was if I could find it. Ah, so let's say the Phoenix Suns decide we're gonna blow it up. All right, the Phoenix Suns
okay.
say we're gonna blow it up. The Knicks, let's say the Knicks don't make it to the finals, or they lose in the Eastern Conference Finals, or they lose in this round.
Yeah, they're going to lose this round.
So
I hate the Knicks. I
the
was
Knicks,
arguing with a Knicks fan earlier.
the Knicks have to be aggressive. So let's say the Knicks trade, or let's say the Suns decide they still can be competitive, but but Devin Booker wants out. So let's say you trade Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson for D Book,
Exactly what I did in 2K.
and I'm gonna say and 2 first round picks. Is it a deal
Yeah.
or no deal?
Knicks, yes. You don't need Randall. He sucks.
Wow.
Suns, nah. There would be no reason to.
Right.
Like, if you're trading D Book to the Knicks, then their draft picks are kind of worthless, you know?
Right.
And D Book can easily go somewhere else and get you a lot more.
Right.
Like, Grizzlies could easily call up and be like, hey, Desmond Bain for D Book, and we'll also give you like 4 first-round picks. I could see something like that happening. And, you know, Desmond Bain's kind of a younger guy, so that just makes more sense, you know?
Right. So then another trade I got is the Heat also need to be aggressive.
Yeah.
The Heat would trade Terry Rozier, Duncan Robinson, Josh Richardson, and a 2nd round pick for Bradley Beal.
That would be gross.
Really?
That's disgusting. No.
For both sides?
Yes. Oh, well,
I think for the
no.
Suns, that's good.
No, for the Suns that's good. But for the Heat, yeah, that's gross. That's disgusting. You don't want Bradley Beal on that roster. Look, the reason why they traded for Terry Rozier is because they didn't know if they could rely on
Jimmy
Tyler
Butler.
Hero to be
Oh,
available in the playoffs, and also they are kind of expecting to get rid of Tyler Hero. So they traded for Terry Rozier, who's literally a copy and paste same player as Tyler Hero. Bradley Beal is also in that same like category. You don't want Bradley Beal and Tyler Hero. You don't want Terry Rozier and Tyler Hero.
but you
And
but you need to make. But if you're a Heat, if you're the Heat, you kind of need to make a move though at some
yeah, you
point.
need to make a move, but you don't want Tyler Hero and Bradley Beal. They're gonna be doing the exact same thing in the exact same way. It would be just like what they just had in the for the Suns. They had a bunch of guys that did the exact same thing. You don't want that. And for the Suns, at the same time, though, you're trading Bradley Beal for Terry Rozier, Terry Rozier is a worse version of Bradley Beal, really.
I just feel like because the
If
Heat,
you are the Heat, You want to get somebody like, I mean, for real, like they could just use a good point guard, you know? They can easily use a good point guard, a defense like Marcus Smart. I could see him being good for the Heat, kind of. But I could see the Heat maybe going after someone like Mikal Bridges, someone like Marcus Smart, a defensive minded guard
What if
to pair next to Tyler Hero, you know?
could you see? Because I know he's not going to sign. He already said he's not signing an extension, so you kind of need to trade
Who?
him. I'm about to say you kind of
Oh,
need to trade this guy so you can get some value back because he's said he's not signing an extension. If you're the Heat, do you try to make a move for Donovan Mitchell? Like you trade away, let's say you trade away Tyler Hero, Jaime Jaquez, and Nikola Jovic.
they're not trading Jaime Jaquez. I can tell you that for right now. The Heat love their young guys. They will not
They
trade
do,
them unless it comes down to the wire. Unless they really suck. Like Tyler Hero, they'll be like they're okay with him trading him now. All right. Because they can develop these guys and make them actually into trade pieces. You
right?
know? Like they kept Tyler Hero and they trained him up to be good. You know who could be going to the Heat? That boy Jalen Brown. That could be happening.
Okay, what if you're the Heat or what if you're the Heat and what if you do like a trade like could you see like the Heat trying to make because the reason I say the Heat for so much because they need to be aggressive. Over like the past 3 or 4 years, they've been linked to so many superstar talent level players, and they haven't gotten any of them. You had your
Yeah.
name linked to Damian Lillard, you didn't get him. You had your name linked to Kevin Durant, and you didn't get him. You had your name linked to Bradley Beal, and you didn't get him. You had your name even linked to Drew Holiday, and you didn't get him. That's like I could go down a list of guys they had their names linked to, and they didn't get them. And at a certain point, like I said, Jimmy is 35, coming off injury. Can he still be playoff Jimmy leading this roster? Because
Yes.
outside of Bam and outside of Tyler Hero and Terry Rozier, you you still have, I mean you have Kevin Love, Hame. Like, is there a certain point where you're like, look, you don't want to compete in the plan anymore? Like, you want to be one of those locked in top seeds, five, to six, maybe even four, because you've been in the plan for the last 2 years. Now Jimmy's coming off injury. He's 35, and he said, "I want an extension." But it's like, I don't want to keep playing in the play-in. Give you an extension, you get older, and we just keep playing in the play-in, and we have to keep going up against the Boston Celtics every single year in the first round. Not saying you can't beat them, but I mean, even with Jimmy, I don't know if they would have beaten the Celtics. In the East
They
is
could have.
I'm say E in the East is getting better because I think Pascal Siakam will sign back with the Pacers. The the Magic will only be getting better. And the Sixers, they'll be there to stay. The Knicks are there to stay, and they could make a monumental, seismic move this offseason.
Kind of like this. I just put this in the trade machine. It's something similar to this. I kind of like Jordan Clarkson and Laurie Markkinen for Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson, and then some draft capital. I kind of like that.
That would be nice.
I don't know if the Jazz would do that, but I could see that working really well for. I could really mess with that, and if I would kind of be the same thing with what's his name, Terry Rozier and Jordan Clarkson,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel you. I don't know. Maybe you would trade Terry Rozier already,
Right.
and then trade like Terry Rozier to I don't know who like
What if you trade him? Okay, so I did have a trade for the Lakers, but let me know if you would rather want Terry Rozier or this guy. So let's say Trey Young might be on the move this offseason.
yeah.
And the Lakers had their name linked to Trey Young a couple times, as we know. So let's say the Hawks decide to just rebuild from the ground up. They just want to rebuild. So do you trade Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, Gabe Vincent, and Jalen Hood Shifino for Trey Young?
Yeah.
If you're the Lakers, you make the move.
Yes.
Now you would have to re-sign LeBron on a contract, or as he has a player option.
He has a player option.
Yeah, so you would have basically three max contract players because AD is on a max, Trey is on a max, and LeBron will obviously be on a max, but for just 1 year.
Where you get the? You said 4.
I mean, I meant to say 3. Sorry.
Yeah.
But you get rid of, obviously, I think they would get rid of D'Lo at that point because you wouldn't need D'Lo. So then you could go get rid
He's a
of.
free agent.
Oh, because he signed a player. Or he signed a player. Okay, okay, so that's true. So D'Lo would then walk. So then you would have to go grab auxiliary pieces. If I'm the first of all, if I'm the Lakers, I really don't want another star player. If I'm the Lakers, I go make like small mini moves with high level role players that I can go grab. If I'm the Lakers, I'm really going to try and target Alex Caruso this offseason. But that's just me.
Ooh, maybe that's who it is. Maybe that's what it can be. Okay, so maybe we get Terry Rozier for Alex Caruso. Maybe that could happen.
So then you would have Alex Caruso, Jimmy Butler, Laurie Markkinen, Bam, and then who else?
Yeah, what if you do Terry Rozier?
And then there's some other trades I had. Let me see. So let's say if you're the Pistons, right? Are you locked in? Because I know you're a Pistons stan.
What do you mean locked in?
So let's say the Pistons receive Kyle Kuzma, but you trade away Isaiah Stewart, Marcus Sauser, a 2029 first round pick, and a 2027 second round pick.
You said what was it again?
You trade away Isaiah Stewart, Marcus Sauser, a 2029 first round pick, and a 2027 first round pick for Kyle Kuzma. Deal or no deal? If I'm the Wizards, I'm doing it.
Yeah, Wizards do it.
I feel like this is an even kill trade, honestly. I don't see why the Pistons would say no.
Repeat it one more time.
The Pistons would have received Kyle Kuzma. And in exchange, the Wizards would receive Isaiah Stewart, Marcus Sauser, a 2029 first round pick, and a 2027 first round pick. I mean, second round pick, sorry.
Then yeah.
So then your core would kind of be, it would be
I would do that.
Cade, Jaden Ivey, Kyle Kuzma, and Jalen Durant at your 5.
Because like Kyle Kuzma, yeah, he's not the best player to get, but you still want a guy that can help you get you to the playoffs or even just play in. Just because like with these young guys, you want to have them at least taste winning just a little bit.
Right.
You know? Kyle Kuzma can help you get there.
So then I have another
the Wizards, yeah, I'll do anything for a first round pick.
So then I have a trade for the Lakers again. The Lakers would receive Zach LaVine. In exchange, the Bulls would get D'Angelo Russell, Gabe Vincent, and Jared Vanderbilt. I feel like this is an L trade.
Wait, what was it again?
The Lakers would receive Zach LaVine, and in exchange, the Bulls would get D'Angelo Russell, Gabe Vincent, and Jared Vanderbilt.
No first round pick?
No picks.
Oh, nah, Bulls should not take that, but they probably would.
We probably would.
Bulls suck. Oh, but speaking of Bulls, here's what I thought up of. What if it's Terry Rozier, Josh Richardson, Thomas Bryant, and Nikola Jovic, or Alex Caruso and Lonzo Ball? Well, Nikola Jovic is really good. He's young.
Nikola Jovic is good. Are there any picks?
And I don't know if there'd be any picks because they're taking Lonzo Ball's contract,
That is true.
Plus, you're getting, and then what after this year, Alex Caruso's on an expiring.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, you're taking two expiring. We're taking two expiring contracts, and then you're getting Terry Rozier and help you still be the Bulls and be in the play-in. So
So so if you're the but so there is news that the Pelicans are not expected to offer Brandon Ingram a contract extension. Where would you like to see Brandon Ingram?
ooh,
Would you like
ooh.
to see him with the Heat, or is he not a Heat guy? I feel like he could
No,
help.
he could be the Heat. Yeah, I mean, I can really see anyone going to the Heat. Really, I love anybody in the Heat. I want to see the Heat win, but
Where would Brandon Ingram fit best? Because he's not gonna sign. They're not offering him an extension.
yo, Brandon Ingram on the Nets, yo, that'd be fire. Yes,
They're not contending. You know that, right?
that don't matter. It would be a fun team.
Say Cam Thomas and Brandon Ingram just chucking up shots, bruh.
Okay, but
Holy
okay,
hell.
I always forget about Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas is a six man. See for real. So then you got Spencer Dinwiddie. I think he's still on the Nets. You got Spencer Dinwiddie.
No,
You got Mikal
he's on the
Bridges.
Lakers.
Oh wait, who's their point guard? Is he really Cam Thomas still?
No, I thought it was probably Schroeder.
Oh, that's right. They have Schroeder. Okay,
Yeah,
it's not as cool then, but
that sounds cool.
Schroeder, Mikal Bridges, Brandon Ingram, Cam Johnson, and then Nicholas Claxton. Like that's a good young-ish core. Not young, but like it's something to build around.
Right.
And it'll be a fun team.
No,
That
it would.
that should get you to the play-in. All right, I would hope so. That definitely gets you better than the Bulls. All right.
Look, man, leave us out of this, man.
and
Leave us out of this, man. We got
then and then once the Suns experiment is over, maybe KD will be like, all right, maybe I should run it back with the Nets, and then boom, and then you get Ingram and KD on the same team.
bruh, leave us out of this, man. I don't even know. I just want to keep Kobe White at this point.
What if tomorrow Kobe's like, I demand to trade out of here?
Stop, bruh. Stop.
Yo, that would be crazy.
No, he would definitely warrant first round picks.
What if y'all trade Kobe White for Dennis Schroeder and
Stop.
5 second-round picks?
You're scaring me, bro. Stop.
Like, what if that happened?
You're scaring me, bro.
Wolves are like, Dennis Schroeder can help us contend.
No, bro. Stop. You're scaring me because the Bulls are like dumb and they would do something like that. Oh, and so you were wrong. So you had two L takes in like the span of a week.
What'd I say?
So you did say this guy was gonna win rookie of the year, and he didn't.
Who?
Chet.
I didn't say that.
I could have sworn you said Chet.
I've never said that. I've always been Victor Wembanyama.
I don't know about that.
I'm being for real. You can go back and look.
I think you really said Chet. I might have to go look.
No,
Mm,
my prediction was Victor Wembanyama. If Victor Wembanyama gets hurt, then maybe Asar Thompson. That's what my
Bruh,
prediction.
Sar Thompson.
Okay, this is
Sar,
the beginning of the season when he was averaging like 4 blocks and 2 steals a game.
Bruh said Asar Thompson.
He was cooking in the beginning of the season. Then he got hurt.
Asar Thompson. All right.
I was like, okay, maybe like halfway through the season, he could do what J Dub did and like just start scoring like crazy. Because like he's on the Pistons, so like who cares?
Sure, bud. Sure. So
Yeah,
I do have. Say again.
Yeah, I've never had Chet winning.
So I did have some players for you, some would you rather's.
Here we go again.
Hey man, I gotta do it. I gotta do it. So, would you rather Kevin Durant, right? Would
Is this
you
right
rather-
now?
I'm gonna do a little bit of both. I'm gonna do a
Okay.
little bit of past and present players, and you let me. I need to know where's your head at. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, would you rather Kevin Durant or Shea Gilgeous-Alexander
Right now?
right now?
Shea Gilgeous Alexander.
Would you rather Kevin Durant or Kawhi Leonard?
Right now, Kevin Durant.
Would you rather Kevin Durant or Scottie Pippen
All time?
all time?
Or like right now, Kevin Durant compared to Scottie Pippen all time.
All
Like
time.
I would choose Kevin Durant.
You really hesitated to say that.
Well, because when I'm thinking about this, it's hard to realize what we're talking, like what we're really going for. Because whenever I'm thinking about it, I'm like, who would I rather start a team with? Yeah, Kevin Durant. Who would I rather have on my team? Scottie Pippen. But the best player is Kevin Durant.
Right.
But it's really not by that much. I'm gonna be for real. It's really is by a couple points, but it's not that crazy, you know?
So, would you rather Kevin Durant or Dwayne Wade
Kevin Durant.
all time?
Yeah, Kevin Durant.
Really?
Yes.
Kevin Durant or Larry Bird?
Larry Bird.
Kevin Durant. I'm trying to give you guys in that 15 to like 20, 25 range.
Yeah.
Um, me all time. If Kevin Durant doesn't make it to the Western Conference Finals, I might have to say I think we might have to start making conversations for D Wade. Um, because D Wade does have what 3 rings. He doesn't have an MVP, but he does have a Finals MVP. In that 2006 run, he was nasty. So we can't make it seem like D Wade's a bum. And then what other name? So Kevin Durant or Kevin Garnett all
Now
time.
that's really hard.
Who ranks
And
higher all time?
I'm kind of going Kevin Garnett, I think. I'm not too sure about it, but I think Kevin, off top of my head right now, I'm going Kevin Garnett.
So you have Kevin Garnett and Larry Bird that would rank higher all time than Kevin Durant.
I believe so, yes.
Okay. And then so you don't have Scottie Pippen ranked higher than Kevin Durant?
No. Scottie Pippen was a number two for like all of his career. He did amazing when he was a number one, but that was only for 2 seasons, and then he went to
Right.
Portland, which I don't even remember
Right.
that much. So I don't. And again, Scottie Pippen really had only had maybe what, like 9, 10 years at like
Peak.
peak,
Yeah.
maybe even less than that, really.
Yeah.
So I mean, Kevin Durant's been doing this since 2007. You know,
So Kevin Durant or Jason Tatum right now.
right now
Right now.
it's two guys I don't like that much. You know, I would probably go. I don't know, really. I don't know. Probably
So
Tatum.
who's like Tatum's better than Kevin Durant right now?
Yeah. Tatum's improved a lot defensively.
Correct. So
So,
who would you rather? Let's say you're starting a team. Kevin Durant and Jason Tatum are both on the board. You are taking
well, starting a team, that's kind of, you'd
okay.
want the younger person. Let's say
Okay.
they're both the age 30 and they both are the exact same the way they are now. This is a 1 year rebuild. You only got 1 year to win. I'm going with probably, yeah, probably Tatum because I feel like I could fit guys more around him. I don't know. It's hard. It's
It
really
is.
hard comparing it.
It is. Um. Nah, I'm not gonna say him. He's too little, too young right now. I was gonna say KD or Paulo.
Oh, KD. Yeah, obviously.
They did have some places on Bleacher Report of where I forgot that they had posted this. So they did post the best and worst landing spots for some NBA trade targets, and there's f- four names, or no, there's not. Yeah, there is four names. So for Kevin Durant, since we're on the topic of Kevin Durant, they said the best fit will be Golden State. Duh.
Yeah.
And then they said the worst fit would be Atlanta.
Is that the worst fit? I don't know.
Um, they have been meant. It says they have been mentioned in the Kevin Durant sweepstakes. Um, I don't know if that's the worst fit. I mean, I think it would be weird because I feel like you have like a lesser version of what you already have in Phoenix.
Yeah,
But
literally.
I feel like it's just a lesser version of what you have already in Phoenix. So I feel like that would be a bad fit. The best fit for Zach LaVine they had was the Orlando Magic,
That'd be really good.
and the worst fit was the Sacramento Kings.
Ooh, yeah, that would be weird.
And then for Donovan,
Also, I was gonna say this earlier. I was gonna say Bulls trade Kobe White. They get back Markel Fultz in a first round pick. And the first round pick is this year's.
bruh, we're so cooked. We be cooked. And then they said Donovan Mitchell, the best fit would be the Miami Heat,
Yeah.
and the worst fit would be the Houston Rockets.
Yeah. I could see that.
And then, so I do have, would you rather Jimmy Butler?
Okay.
Would you rather Jimmy Butler or Paul George?
I would rather have Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler or Kawhi Leonard?
Ooh. I would I would go with Kawhi Leonard, but it's not by a lot.
Jimmy Butler or Jalen Brown?
Jimmy Butler.
Wow. Okay. I don't disagree with you there.
But you
Um,
said it so fast. You said it so fast. Is that what you're gonna say?
you did say it really fast
That's all you kept saying last time.
because you do be saying some of this stuff like really quickly, and I'll be like, bro, like you don't even think about it. Like,
Don't have to.
I'm like, bro, like I feel like it definitely is a conversation. Okay, Jimmy Butler or Cade Cunningham?
Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler or Pascal Siakam?
Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler or Tyrese Halliburton?
Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler or De'Aaron Fox?
Jimmy Butler.
Okay, that's so quick, bro. All right. First of all, don't disrespect De'Aaron Fox. He just averaged like 26 this year, and he
Yeah.
had like 5 assists. So don't disrespect De'Aaron Fox. Um, Jimmy Butler or Kyrie Irving?
Jimmy Butler.
Bruh. Really?
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler over Kyrie Irving.
Yeah. Of
Why is that?
course.
Of
Jimmy
course.
Jimmy Butler's a number one. Kyrie Irving's a number two. You know why Kyrie's doing so good right now? Because he's a number two.
Okay. So let's say, is Jimmy a number one?
Yes. He's gotten up to the finals multiple times. All right. He's upset at some of the best teams of the past decade.
So Paul George isn't a number one.
No, not anymore.
Not
Paul
any.
George sucks in the playoffs.
Okay.
Paul George can't hold the team on his own anymore. He's just not that guy no more. All right. He's getting up there in age.
Jimmy Butler or John Morant?
See, now that's a tough one. And I would still go with Jimmy Butler, though. It's
Why?
just I haven't seen Ja Morant this year, you know? So it's like I can't really talk about Ja Morant. I haven't seen him. But he also is really good. I'll just
Did we
say
say?
that.
Did I already give you Kawhi Leonard?
Yeah, and I chose Jimmy Butler.
Okay. Jimmy Butler or Trey Young?
Jimmy Butler. Trey Young is the worst defender in the league.
Okay.
He's literally in the 0 percentile for defense. You know how crazy that is?
That is pretty bad.
Like, he's like one of the worst defenders of all time. There's been plumbers in this league that played better than him.
Bruh. Jimmy Butler or Scotty Barnes?
Jimmy Butler, of
Wow.
course.
Jimmy Butler or Zion?
Jimmy Butler.
Okay, Zion, bruh. You have like, so Jimmy's like top 15 for you, huh?
Oh, yes. Yes, for sure. He probably is maybe number 15, maybe. Yeah.
Wow. So I'm just gonna rattle off some names that I think are in the top 15. So
Okay.
obviously we have like the top, like, so Luca,
Yes, I would take Luca.
Giannis,
Giannis.
SGA,
Yeah.
Jalen Brunson.
Now that one it gets hard because I'm a Sixers fan. I will leave off Brunson for now.
Okay, fine. Kevin Durant.
Yes.
So you take yes to who? Jimmy Butler?
I'll take Kevin Durant right now.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's four names we got right there. Devin Booker,
We'll leave that with the Brunson because they're comparable.
Jimmy Butler or Jason Tatum.
Tatum.
So that's five. Jimmy Butler or Steph Curry.
Steph Curry.
So that's six. Jimmy Butler or Nikola Jokic.
Joker.
That's seven. Jimmy Butler or Tyrese Maxey.
Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler or Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards.
That's eight. Jimmy Butler or LeBron James. No, because you said he's top 15, so I'm just gonna keep throwing out names.
We're gonna leave that.
So that's like three. Okay, so we're at eight. Jimmy Butler or Anthony Davis.
We'll also leave that one. We'll
Wow.
say Anthony Davis. We'll say Anthony Davis. We'll say
Okay,
Anthony
so that's
Davis.
nine.
Yeah.
Jimmy
Yeah.
Butler or Damian Lillard.
Jimmy Butler, of course.
Jimmy Butler.
Embiid, yes.
Yes, I forgot about Embiid. Okay.
And we'll take Shea. I don't think you said Shea.
No, I did say Shea.
Oh, you did say Shea, yeah.
So Jimmy Butler or Jalen Brunson, because we gotta make our rounds now. Because
Okay.
we're getting out of our top.
Is that everyone in like the top 10?
That's like top 10-ish range.
How many do we have so far?
We have 9, so this would make 10. And you didn't say anything about Brunson. You didn't say anything about Booker, and you didn't say anything about LeBron.
Okay. I'll take LeBron,
Jimmy Butler or LeBron over Jimmy Butler, of course.
and then we'll have
So you got Jimmy Butler or Jalen Brunson. This is such an easy answer. I don't know why you're thinking about this. I have no clue why.
Because
It's Jalen Brunson. It's
okay,
Jalen.
I want to go with that, but I'm thinking, man. I'm thinking.
There's nothing to think about. There's nothing to think about.
Dude, it's like 55 Brunson in my head, 45 Butler.
It's more like 70-30.
I'm taking Brunson.
Thank you. So that's like
who else is there?
Booker.
I don't know, man.
You don't know about Jimmy Butler or Booker? Oh, actually, I don't know now.
Because
I'm second guessing myself.
I don't know because like
I feel like they do two. I feel like they play the game so differently.
they're two totally different players.
Yeah, like one's like a isocentric jump shooter, and the other is like a hard nosed like slasher.
All right, here's what it is. I'm taking Butler. Then it would go
Butler over
Kawhi, and
Butler
then it
over
would go.
Booker.
Yeah, I'm taking Butler over Booker. Then it would go Kawhi. Then it would be Booker, and then it would be Paul George probably.
So Butler over Booker. Wow. Even though you were just even though like wow, how the mighty have fallen. Even though just a couple weeks ago you said Devin Booker was better than Anthony Edwards, and now Devin Booker is barely better than Jimmy Butler. How the mighty have fallen.
No, he's not better than Jimmy Butler.
Oh,
I have
so but Anthony.
Brunson. Then it was Butler, and then it was Booker.
So is Booker not a number one?
I don't know what he is. I think so. Yeah,
I
he
don't
got
think
to the finals as a number one. So
that's true, but Chris Paul played a very huge role in that. I think people forget how big of a role Chris Paul plays. Like, look at the Thunder when everybody thought they were dead in the water when they had Chris
I
Paul.
didn't think that. You know what's crazy? I actually thought they were still a playoff team that year, and I should have bet money on it because I didn't realize how low the odds were. I thought it was kind of crazy. I was like, "You guys don't think these guys are good?"
That graphic they had where it was like a .4 chance of them making the playoffs, and they ended up playing they were ended up being like the 5 seed and playing the
The
Rockets.
Rockets, and they took them to 7, I think.
Yeah, that was a close series. It was a
And
competitive series.
I thought the Thunder were gonna win it. I thought they were,
So
but
let's
then
say,
Lou
go
Dort
ahead.
got blocked, and then boom, it was over. I was like, no.
Jimmy Butler or Victor Wembanyama.
Oh, it's Butler because I have Victor Wembanyama right after Paul George.
Nah, I'm taking Vic. I'm taking Wemby over Jimmy.
Honestly, I don't know though
I know.
because no, it's
I don't really think it's that
Paul
close.
George still wins. You know, it's
Does
like
he?
yeah,
Does he?
yeah, he does. Yeah,
I haven't seen Paul George win in in a while.
the Clippers haven't had Kawhi the past like 3 years,
You
and,
just said
and
he was a winner. That isn't.
huh?
That shouldn't. You just said he was a winner.
I didn't say anything about Kawhi just now.
No, I thought you said Paul George.
Yeah, Paul George. I'm talking about regular season wise. He gets Clippers wins. Kawhi hasn't been playing. You know, it's like I mean this year he did, but like
I'm still taking Wemby over both Paul George and Kawhi Leonard.
no, that's a bit. It's debatable, but
I,
it's kind of that's yeah. No, that's
I would take there. I'm looking at the ESPN like just the scoring list right now, and there's Wemby. I'm taking over. I'm taking Wemby over Jalen Brown. I'm taking Wemby over Zion. I'm taking
yeah.
Wembanyama over Kawhi Leonard. I'm taking Wembanyama over Paul George. I'm taking Wembanyama maybe even over Damian Lillard,
Yeah, no, I have him over Damian Lillard.
and I'm probably taking him over. It's just once it gets that like that top 10, like Victor. Like I'm taking Vic over De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, I have him over the
But
air.
like
Look, I can't just put him over these guys. I haven't seen him in the playoffs. You know, it's like when people would try to rank De'Aaron Fox. Like I just couldn't do it because his team wasn't winning and he wasn't in the playoffs. Like now he is. So, you know, well he wasn't this year, but yeah, I would just yeah
hold off.
hold off. Yeah, I mean he's a rookie. He's a rookie, dog.
I mean, I just like Vic's like skill set is so translatable and it can go literally on any team. Like
Dude, I already have him as like the 15th best player in the league. What else do you want from me, dog?
I'm taking him over Jimmy Butler. Like Vic is over Jimmy in my opinion. Like
Jimmy Butler has taken a team to the NBA Finals
this
twice.
this is true. This is true. He did do that. So maybe
And
I
the
should
thing about it, Jimmy Butler, nothing in his game has changed over the years. Nothing has gotten worse. So I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, but that was so long ago. That was last year, 2 years ago, whatever. You know, it's different. No, he's still Jimmy Butler at the end of the day. So
I just I'm
someone like Paul George, yes, has gotten worse over the years, but he's still a really good player. Someone like Kawhi, I mean, regular season wise, he's gotten worse, but even when he's still in the playoffs, he's still dropping 40 pieces. He's still going crazy, you know? So it's like, I don't know.
that's true.
I just can't put Wemby over those two guys yet. I mean, Paul George, I could see him over Paul George. If you say that, that's not crazy. But once you get to Kawhi, that's when it's like the whole list, it's those guys. And then Victor Wembanyama is outside. These are number one options.
Wemby
Absolute.
can be a number one
Okay, Wemby can be number one, but him as a number one this year, and don't say, oh, he's playing with Jeremy Shohan.
He
what
is.
what was the record this year? They're 14th in the West. All right.
And again, he put up 21, 10, and had like over 300 blocks.
Yes,
So,
I understand that.
so he's
But
probably. I mean, is it crazy to say he's? No, actually, never mind. I mean, is it crazy to say he's the best two-way big man? Is that crazy?
yes.
Really? It's crazy to say Victor Wembanyama is the best two-way big man. Like, if we're thinking about it, there's Bam
Because
and there's Rudy. There's and Joel Embiid
in Giannis.
and Giannis.
So I just can't put him. I can't say it. Like, I understand Victor Wembanyama is really good offensively, but
He led blocks.
Giannis.
He led blocks by a mile.
Okay, but still.
He almost averaged 4 blocks.
But still.
And almost
Giannis.
And 1.2 steals.
Dude, we're talking about an all-time great Giannis right here.
Like, I'm saying, but it's weird to me because I still don't really consider
Giannis is still top 3 defensive player in the league, probably. Maybe. I don't know. And he's
a good help side defender. He's not
but it's still great defense, all right? I don't want to hear that. Like, and
he's
still on ball, he's still good. It's just he's help side just because that's just what the team needs, you know?
I reckon. But like, so it's crazy for me to say that Victor Wembanyama is the best two-way big man.
I think so because he's really good offensively and talented. But Giannis has played point guard before, dog. So Giannis gets to the basket with ease. Like, and I understand Victor Wembanyama is really good. Like, he's really good.
I mean, okay, so
but Giannis, are you gonna sit here and say Victor Wembanyama is better than Giannis? No, you're not.
No, I'm not. Okay, is it crazy for me to say that Victor Wembanyama is the best defensive big?
No, because I don't know. It's hard because
it's hard.
It's just he might be.
I understand. I mean, Vic at his size, at 7'5" shot. I mean, we also have to take into account Giannis is a poor shooter. Like, I mean, piss poor. Excuse my language, like piss poor. Like, he's extremely bad at shooting free throws. I mean, his free throw percentage was absolute dog water this year. He shot 60. He ranked dead last in terms of power forwards. He was 65%. He shot 27% from 3. I think Victor Wembanyama is the best two-way big because of his shooting ability alone. Like, yes, Giannis's scoring is great, but Giannis, we've seen in the playoffs, we've seen in the playoffs, you know, build the wall. We've seen that before. But Vic can shoot. Like, Victor's shooting ability is like right up there. He shot 80% from the free throw line, which is way better than Giannis's. He shot 32% from 3, which is probably only going to get better. And then he still shot 48% from the field, which isn't great for Vic's maybe standards. But granted, I mean, Giannis did shoot 61%, but Giannis's 3-point and free throw percentage are horrible. Like,
but if Giannis is by himself on a team, he would get more wins than Victor Wembanyama. If you swap Giannis and Victor Wembanyama, they would have more wins. Because Giannis is a better player.
So the Spurs will have more wins.
Yeah.
The Spurs would have more wins with Giannis than the Bucks would have more wins with Wemby.
What? Yeah, I would think. I don't know. I don't know about the Bucks situation. I just know for sure.
Oh, now you don't know about the Bucks situation. Now I feel like if the Bucks were to have Vic, like, holy, like,
You think the Bucks would rather have Victor Wembanyama?
No, I don't think they would rather have him. Obviously, I just think like
You think they
obviously,
would do better with
huh?
Victor Wembanyama? You think they would do better with Victor Wembanyama?
It's hard, man. It really is hard. It like I think very highly of Vic because
You got to understand that when these teams are going to play these teams, they don't care about the Spurs. Like, they're going to let Victor Wembanyama do whatever he wants because the rest of the team is going to suck. You know?
but
Victor Wembanyama is so good, better than these guys. These guys can uplift their teammates and get them out of these and make them better. Like,
I mean that's true, but I mean like it's I mean that's true, but you can say that about like every like Victor had like a really good historical rookie year, and he has more blocks than like I think it was like 80% of NBA players that ever played.
yeah.
Like in his rookie season, like mind you, this is the worst we're ever going to see Vic, and I just think Vic. I think Vic is. I hold not hold. I believe Victor Wembanyama by the end of next year will be a top 10 player if the Spurs can do something around him and they can put a competent roster. I mean, because come on, like you
I don't know.
have.
I think Sengun might be better than him. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. The joke. The joke.
I just think if you put a competent, I don't know what I'm saying because Devin Vassell is nice, but he's not Damian Lillard. He's not because I mean his team's young. I mean the Spurs average age is. Do they even have a player over 30?
I think so. Yeah.
I mean, let me see. I don't even know if they have a player over
Is
30
Doug
years.
McDermott? I think Doug McDermott's
I'm gonna
30.
say I think Doug McDermott might be like the only player. I can't think of another
Yeah, he's
team.
32.
Um,
How old is Zach Collins?
he's
Oh,
like
Zach Collins 26. He's
I
not
would
even
say
that
he's
old.
young. Like those guys are young. Like
Okay, Cedi Osman's 29.
exactly.
Loki, I don't think Doug McDermott's on this team no more.
No, I don't think he is either. Like, let me see.
Yeah, okay, yeah, no one's over 30.
No,
Yeah.
I would say he's not playing with a player that has a lot of NBA experience. His only player, like I said, that's he's not even playing with somebody that's over
Yeah,
30.
no one's over
No
30.
one's over 30. Like
Yo, Devontae Graham is 29. That's crazy.
he's what their oldest player.
Yeah, him and Cedi Osman.
Exactly. Like Giannis is playing with Dame. He played with Drew Holiday. He played with Chris. He's playing with Chris Middleton, Patrick Beverly, Brooke Lopez. I feel like he's been in the league forever. Like I feel like he's been in the league just forever. Like they won 22 games, and again, this is the worst we're gonna see out of Victor Wembanyama. That's not like he's not playing with any veterans. He came in to be the best player, and the expectations he came in with. Victor Wembanyama by next year, the Spurs do right by him. He will probably be a top 10 player. If not next year, then the year after.
Yeah, I agree. 2K also agrees.
So even this year, as a rookie, he was what second in Defensive Player of the Year voting as a rookie.
Yeah.
Where was Giannis at in Defensive Player of the Year voting?
I don't know, maybe 5th.
Exactly, but
Oh.
that's all I really had for today.
Yep, I gotta get going anyways.
So make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and we will chuck out more content. Thank you guys for 100 plus subs, and we will see you guys here next week. Go Knicks.
No.